Hey BookTube! Today I actually have a haul video. Where I live, we have this really great closeout store, and it's called Ollies. It is very similar to Big Lots. If you live here in the States, you know what I mean by Big Lots. It's a closeout store. Well, Ollies is the same as Big Lots, except they have this rockin' book section. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Everything is cheap. It's kind of hit or miss as to what you're going to find, but whatever you do find is generally in hardback. So I've been to Ollie's this month, and I wanted to show you some of the books I picked up. Actually, it's a lot of books that I've picked up. Very often when I listen to a book, I will buy it in print because I really want to own it. So let me just get right into it. First of all, I picked up Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door, both in hardback, both by Stephanie Perkins. I tried listening to Anna and the French Kiss on audio. It was really badly narrated. Now, the narrator who did it, I like her, but she just wasn't right for this particular story. And so I gave up. And then I got the ebook and I tried to read it and I gave up again. I don't know why, but when I saw these, they've just gotten too many good reviews. So many people love them that I thought I've got to give it a third try. So I picked them up in hardback and they were $3 each. So I'm going to give it another try and then I'll give this one a try. And yeah, so Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door. Wither by Lauren DiStefano. This is the first of the Chemical Garden series books. I have this one, the second one, and the third one, which are Sever and Fever, on audio. But I read this first before I got it on audio, and I got to the end of it and nearly threw it across the room and actually said out loud, "You have got to be kidding me." The first book in this series, you know, I've got to give the rest of them another shot because you never know. The first book can be kind of so-so, and then the next book will be fabulous. And then the third book will be even more fabulous. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to give those another try. I've got all three on audio, and I'll listen to the next two on audio. Ever Wild and Ever Found. This series, I absolutely love this series. Now, I don't have the first book, Ever Lost. This is the Skinjacker series by Neil Shusterman. But when I found these two, I just had to have them. I just had to have them because I've listened to them on audio and they are narrated by Nick Podell, and he's just phenomenal as a voice actor. He's a voice actor, not just a narrator, and that made all the difference. So great series, really entertaining, fun story about two kids who are essentially ghosts, but not really. It's a lot more complicated than that. So yeah, this is a great series that you should read if you have not. The Knife of Never Letting Go. Oh God, I can't even tell you how much I love this series. The Chaos Walking series by Patrick Ness. This is the first book in the series, and again, I listened to the entire series. This book, The Ask and the Answer, which is the second book, and Monsters of Men, which is the third book, all on audio, all narrated by Nick Podell, who again is a phenomenal voice actor. So good. And honestly, I've heard a lot of people who've tried to read this and kind of liked it, couldn't get really into it. Listen to it. Listen to this on audio and then buy the books because they're just so good. Now, a couple more that I've listened to but did not own the actual physical copies of were My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I had just finished this when I saw it, and it's a good story. So $2.99. Can't really beat that. When I saw it, I thought, it's hardback. And I liked the story, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And then If I Stay by Gail Forman. This is soft cover. It was $2. I don't know how I feel about this cover. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I'm not a fan of covers with actual people, like models on them, but I have exceptions to that rule, of course. So I liked this book a lot, but I really loved the sequel. I listened to it on audio, and I liked it well enough that when I saw this, I thought, you know, I should pick that up. and A Million Suns. This is by Beth Revis. It's the second book in the Across the Universe series, and I really like that series. It's about space and sci-fi, and I love books about sci-fi. Not really involved technical sci-fi, but this series I really enjoyed. I liked Across the Universe, the first book, well enough. I mean, it was a good story, and I really enjoyed it. But then I kind of put off listening to the second and third books, and then I picked those. I decided to go ahead and do those for my July TBR. And then when I saw this in hardback, I thought, I had just listened to it, and I thought, oh, I have to have that because it's so good. It goes far above and beyond the first book, and the third book even better yet. So really glad that I saw this hardback for $3. I hope that I can get the other two books in hardback, so we'll see. Hopefully I can. Now these are some more books, parts of series that some of them I've read, some of them I haven't. The first is Green by Ted Dekker. I really like Ted Dekker. I've read the Red, White, and Black books in this series, and I think he started a trilogy, and then this is like book 0. So it kind of summarizes everything in the other 3 books. I had not read this, and so I have it on audio to listen to, but when I saw it, I have the other 3 books, so I wanted to grab this too. My kids also like this. 2 of my daughters really, really enjoy Ted Dekker and that particular series, and I just like the way he writes. I like his take on stuff, so good series, and I picked that up. I got Red Glove by Holly Black. Now this, I have White Cat on audio to listen to, and it's also on my July TBR, so I'm going to try and get to that. Actually, I will get to that probably in the next few days. But when I saw this in hardback for $3, I just thought, I think I probably ought to grab that because it's this is book 2 in the Curse Worker series. White Cat is book 1. So I saw this one and I thought, yeah, why not? So I grabbed it. I was really excited to find these. Leviathan and Behemoth by Scott Westerfeld. I like Scott Westerfeld a lot. And aren't these gorgeous covers? Gosh, such gorgeous covers. Now this is steampunk, and I love steampunk. I really do. I have enjoyed several books in that genre, kind of. And so I could not find Goliath, which is the 3rd book in this series, but I'm excited to read these. I actually have all 3 on audio, so I'll probably do those for my August TBR. But yeah, I was thrilled to find these in hardback. Gorgeous covers. Now lastly, I'll get to my standalones, and I have not read any of these books as yet. Some of them I have on audio, but I'll let you know which ones. I got John Green, Looking for Alaska and an Abundance of Catherines. I really liked The Fault in Our Stars. I like him as an author, so when I saw these are soft cover, but they're only $2 each, so I had to grab them. I had to. The Probability of Miracles by Wendy Wonder. This I also have on audio. Again, I would probably listen to it in August, but I loved the premise of this. It's about a girl with leukemia who goes to a place, I think it's a town called Promise, and the tagline on it says, "One summer to live a lifetime." So I don't know if this is going to be a tearjerker or not, but I'm kind of excited to read this one. The Eternal Ones by Kirsten Miller. The cover grabbed me on this one, and when I'm at Ollies, I always have my iPhone and my Goodreads app so that I can scan the back of the book. It's so nice that you can do this. It has a scan feature, and then it'll pull the book right up for you, and then you can kind of get the ratings, get people's reviews, and this one got pretty okay marks. So it's about reincarnation. So it follows the story of a couple in their various reincarnated lives through the years, and it just looked really interesting. And gosh, what's not to love about this gorgeous cover? Oh, it's just gorgeous. The Catastrophic History of You and Me, which is by Jess Rothenberg, and I have this on audio. Again, I'll be listening to it in August. Just looks like a really cute book, a really cute story. So really looking forward to that one. And again, hardcover for $3. Oh, so cheap. I'm so cheap. I'm so cheap. I just don't pay very much for anything at all, ever. Gossamer by Lois Lowry. This was, I love Lois Lowry. I love the whole Giver series. And I wanted this because I wasn't sure I had it. I actually think I might have this, but a lot of my books, actually most of my hardcover books, are in storage. So I'm not sure what I have and what I don't. I thought I might have that one, but I know I have all the rest of the Giver series. So when I saw it, I thought, even if I already own it, I want to own it, so I'll just give it away if I already do. Lucid by Adrienne Stoltz and Ron Bass. I thought this was part of a series, but it is not. It's a standalone, and it's about dreams. It's about two girls, and when they dream, they become the other girl. So really interesting premise, and I have it on audio, and I'm going to listen to it in August. So I'll let you know how it is. Really pretty cover. Kind of grabbed me. Evercrossed by Elizabeth Chandler. Now this I thought was part of a trilogy, and I'm not sure if it is or not. It says a Kissed by an Angel novel. So when I read that, I thought, well, it's probably part of a series, and I might really like the series. So I went ahead and got it, and gorgeous, gorgeous cover. But I think it's a standalone, actually. So don't know anything about it. Haven't found it on audio, so I will probably end up reading it in print. But yeah, I'll let you know how it is. If you've read this, leave me a comment and let me know if it's any good. And then Survive by Alex Morel. And I found this and didn't know, I had never read anything about this book, but it looks really interesting. And it got some good ratings on Goodreads, so I thought, well, I'll give it a try. I don't know if this is on audio, but I'm assuming it's not, so I'm probably going to go ahead and just read this book. Trouble by Gary D. Schmidt. And I picked this up, didn't know anything about it, looked it up on Goodreads, saw the ratings, thought, it's not really a genre that I generally go for. I mean, I love young adult, and this is really more like a coming of age story. But it looked like, Gary D. Schmidt has written some Newbery Award books, so, good author, and I thought, looks interesting, so I picked it up. Again, if you've read this and you know anything about it, please leave me a comment so that I know whether or not it's going to be worth reading, or I'll know what to expect. Last book, Immortal City by Scott Speer. Didn't know anything about this, but I love this premise. This is about guardian angels, and they are big celebrities in LA. So they're like our celebrities. And it's just a great take on the angel thing. I just started this book, and it is not available on audio, so I'm reading it, but it's really good. I kind of like it so far. So I'll probably do a review on it, and I'll let you know if I love it or if I think, oh, I don't know. Scott Speer is actually a Hollywood director, so he's very familiar with the whole Hollywood scene. And again, I just think it's a great take on guardian angels. So those are all the books that I got recently at my closeout store. If you have read any of them or you know about any of them, definitely let me know what you thought of them, because I would love to hear that. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.